Yeah, because statistic and biology, they're not. Biology, I'm not
What if I
saying
told you?
independent.
What if I told you the
I'm
same?
not saying individually.
Right. What if I told you the same people that you think is old enough to drink and smoke,
Hmm.
those consuming those things actually impairs the functionality of your frontal lobe. So using it as a shield to not get
Hmm.
married or have sex until 25, and at the same time you can drink and smoke is a contradiction.
But Sweeney's
No,
asking her opinion of her
I'm
opinion.
I'm saying this is my opinion. At the age of
I get it.
25, I believe that based off the frontal lobe, based on science, based on biology, I'm
It's based
saying
on all
the
that.
frontal lobe is fully developed by the age of 25. And when it comes to decision making and impulse control, that's the age that's fully developed. And it's actually still developing by the mid 30s. So that's
So in this case, all the men who had babies before 25, all the men who committed crimes before 25, all the men who did some, hood ghetto BS before 25, they should all be forgiven. They should all be let out of jail. They should all, they shouldn't be held accountable. Because, I mean, apparently, women, for some reason, before 25, they can do whatever they want to do, and they can use the excuse of my frontal lobe was not developed. For some reason, it was developed enough. It's developed enough to take money from men. It's developed enough to scream, I'm independent, don't need no man. The frontal lobe is developed enough for them to go get a job and go to school, right, and earn their degrees. The frontal lobe is developed enough to do whatever they want to do before 25, but if it's not developed enough to be held accountable. That's crazy. I mean, this is a new level of I don't want to be held accountable. This is a different level.
I
my
understand it.
answer. That's
I
all I'm
don't
saying.
understand the biology behind it. But I'm just
Yeah,
saying
that's
that
all.
if you're gonna participate in things that impairs it before 25, it's hard to make the
Yeah.
case that you should wait to do the things.
No, but I don't agree with that. That's the thing. Like, I don't
You
agree
don't
for
agree that
people to
smoking and
smoke
drinking
and drink.
impairs the frontal lobe?
No, she's saying she doesn't
No,
agree with
I
people
don't
under
agree with them.
25 smoking
Yeah,
or
that's what I'm
drinking or
saying.
having
But
sex.
she said
Yeah,
Yeah.
maturity. She said
but
they
it
they're
happens
mature
though.
enough.
I don't knock. I don't judge nobody that does it. I'm just saying it happens.
Okay.
Let somebody else answer.
Yeah, that's it. I just answered very simple. I don't want to. Yeah.
Um, Bo, did you answer? Right. And if y'all, the reason why I'm having them answer first is because they're the ones that's speaking vehemently against this marriage at this age. So I already know that Amira, Naomi, Lady Di have no issue with marrying young. So
You
I'm just going to
don't
the ones that objected, just so
you don't
y'all
know what I
understand.
think. You don't know what I think, Sweeney. I might have changed my mind.
Yeah, I do know what you think. It's
Good.
okay though.
So, um, personally, I feel like in order for this to be a thing, the boys need to be raised with empathy. They need to be raised to communicate effectively. And I think that communicate is thrown around so easily. They need to be able to listen. They need to be able to understand. They need to be able to comprehend, and they also need to be able to solve one problem at a time. That is effective communication. They need to be able to communicate their feelings very well and calmly. They need to be taught how to control themselves. They need to be taught how to hone their emotions, how to identify them, and how to control them. They also need to be taught how to keep their bodies to themselves. So I think that that's a good start for it, for a relationship. Problem solving skills are not a strong suit of a lot of men. So I think that that's a good thing. Those are good places to start.
She could have summed up all that by saying boys should have fathers raise them. That's all she had to say. Everything she just named is because most boys these days don't have fathers in the house. And don't tell me, oh, they left the house. No, it's because their mothers either divorced them, broke up the relationship because they are not happy, like they usually say. So don't give me the whole men walked away from the relationship or from the house. No, actually, most men are usually kicked out of the house by the judge or by the woman. If she doesn't take them to court, she would tell him to leave the house, even if he bought the house. So don't give me that BS.
All right. Did Naomi, Amira, Lady Di, did y'all want to actually answer the question, or y'all good?
I do.
All right, Amira, go ahead.
I don't think that women, majority of the times, I don't think that women should be the ones deciding what is right for a boy to be learning or what he needs to know. Because the majority of times when women try to decide what the man needs to know or what he should be or shouldn't be, typically women end up making something that they're unattracted to anyway. So I believe that only the men should be the ones determining what that boy needs to know before he gets married, because the men are going to know what challenges that boy is going to face. The women don't. Sorry, guys. So I think it's mostly the men who should be determining what that boy needs to learn before he gets married,
Thank you.
not the women.
I agree. I think most issues men have these days, young men and even boys growing up right now, is because they don't have the experience of the man, of the father. All the experiences they know are from the mom because they live with in a single mother household. So the mom, they see the mom working, they see the mom angry, they see the mom changing women, changing men, they see the mom frustrated, they see the mom crying, they see the mom all through these different emotions, but they don't know a man's perspective. And remember, they go to school. Who's the class teacher? A woman. So all they see is a woman's experience for the most part. When they're mad, when they're frustrated, who do they talk to? Either the mom or the female teacher. So they don't know a man's experience. You feel me? So then he grows up and women are having a hard time saying, oh, he's closed off, he doesn't know how to communicate, he doesn't know how to treat women. But it's like, which man told him how to treat women well? The mom was the one raising him. So she's right. Fathers should raise boys and teach them about relationships, not the single moms.
The whole damn conversation's irrelevant after that. We probably should get people these. If y'all want to do this, we should
Well,
probably
the
get the
reason
women
why
to
I
submit
asked the question
form
is the
so we
reason
can
why
have
I
a
asked
conversation.
the reason why I asked the
This is a
question
hold
is
up.
because we're obviously dealing with these women, right? So I'm just asking because they're coming up with a lot of contention for young marriage. So to dive into it, so I'm asking on this to find out what they believe would get them to the altar if they were to choose these men and what they would expect from it. I'm not saying that they have to be the person that teaches them or decides it. I'm just asking for their thoughts on the
Yeah, but the
But
reason why the
Sweeney,
question is
don't
the
you
reason
think?
why the question is has no merit or no relevance is because they don't control access to marriage.
Jesus fucking
You're
Christ.
asking it from an end of it's they're the ones who are dictating what you bring to table to become a husband.
Sure. If that's what
But
you got to
Sweeney,
say.
no, but Sweeney, don't you think? Wait, you're asking them this question, but don't you
Do y'all
think that
disagree?
even the women saying these things, they're basically making something that they're going to be unattracted to anyway?
Do y'all believe that y'all ask them? Shit.
What?
They're the ones who called said what they wanted. Ask them. Is that what they would be unattracted to?
I
Do you
believe so.
I
understand that
think that's
everything that
assumption
we
though.
said is the thing that we needed to stay in the relationships that we were in?
But you guys
How would
picked,
you
wait, wait,
how
wait. You guys
can you
picked the
say what
men.
I would
You
be
guys picked the
unattracted to?
men that weren't that. So how can you tell
Oh,
me that
shit.
that is what you're looking for and you pick the man that's the opposite?
Facts. She's cooking. Let me not cook some more and then I'll talk about it.
I didn't do that. That was a mirror. I
Let's
was
go,
holding it.
Amira.
Yeah, but
Cook,
when you
Amira.
learn from your mistakes, then you will know.
Exactly.
You'll know. Yeah. So like you have to learn from your mistakes.
At
So of
what
course
cost?
we're not.
But how many mistakes are you going to learn from? Because think about it, guys. This woman right here is, I think, 40, maybe 45, whatever the age. So she has been dating men from the age 18 to 45. She's saying she hasn't learned her mistakes dating different multiple men. She hasn't found one single man who can do everything she wants. Or maybe, just maybe, she's not doing things that men want. She's just focused on her, on herself. For all those 20 something years, she has met different men, good and bad, and she couldn't keep just one man like this. Because remember, she get approached by men.